Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Okay, as you guys come on into the video, go ahead and hit that like button for your girl. Shout out to the people over here on TikTok because we are on YouTube as we're about to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. So if you'd like to be a part of the conversation, come on over to YouTube. The link is in the bio. Okay, Shorty probably joined the show for security to lead a relationship. You probably right, Hondo. You probably right, honey. That's what I'm thinking. I think Jamie said that on the ladies' first panel, child. Whew. All right, y'all. So let's talk about this episode. Okay. Now, so Tisha and Kiki, y'all know they got into it last week because Kiki feels like, Tisha, you told Mel some SHI a long time ago. I haven't gotten over it. I'm still upset. Right? Tisha's like, but you over here talking SHI about me to Mel, and I don't think that's fair. So, of course, they're continuing to have issues. Tisha walks outside. She gets on the phone with Kimmy. Kiki walks up and asks her, who you talking about me to now? Okay, Tisha says that she's not talking about her. She said, I'm just discussing the situation. And I'm like, girl, but I'm still a part of the situation. So obviously I'm still coming up in conversation. So again, as I asked you before, who you over here talking about me to now? Right? So Kiki says, yeah, but you don't want me talking about you to nobody, but you over here talking about me to somebody. You don't see how hypocritical that is? You're not getting that? Oh, okay. Right. So what else she says? Kiki tells Tisha, like, this is the problem. You always want to walk away. And we can never get anything resolved, okay? You always want to walk away. You never want to address anything. Like, that's how you operate, and I don't like that. Kiki tells her that she doesn't want to hold on to these things. And Tisha says, listen, girl, I apologize to you for the 100th time. I don't know how many more I could tell you because I really don't know what the hell it is that you want from me at this point. She said, I thought we would have moved past it. And she says, I don't know why you would sit up here and be talking about our relationship amongst a group of women that's over there talking about me. So all I ask as we move forward, dear heart, don't bring me up in conversations, especially in a negative way, if I cannot defend myself in the same fashion. Okay? So there's that. Okay? Kiki says they still holding on to things from the past. Tisha says, no, girl, I'm not holding on to nothing from the past, baby. I let it go. That's you. You the one that's still holding on to SHI from the past, okay? Kiki says, well, listen, I want us to really be able to get to a place where we can figure things out and move on. Tisha said, girl, I'm not figuring out SHI with you. That's you. You're going to figure that out. Y'all, it was the balls for me. It was the balls for me that Miss Tisha came to the table with. Tisha came to the table with balls. Tisha came to the table with not backing down. Tisha came to the table with, no, this was some shit you did. Okay, so you're going to fix this SHI. I'm not going to do a damn thing. And it was just very interesting. Okay, that I actually could appreciate. I'm like, keep Tisha, girl, stand up for your mother self. Okay, yes, ma'am. So I was here for Tisha in that moment. I'm not going to lie. I haven't really seen this type of Tisha with anybody else. I don't know. I feel like even her voice changed. I don't know. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Anyway, let's get to Marcel and Martell. Martell speaks on Mel and her not bringing the kids to the book signing, okay? Marcel is confused because he like, it's the kids' book. And Martell's like, yeah, I know. He said, I'll be embarrassed. Martell said, I am embarrassed and I'm still embarrassed by it, right? So he says he felt like he gave Melody enough time, okay? He talked to her ahead of time for her to bring these kids to the event, right? Martell says that she told him it's not his week. That's what he said, Mel said. It's not his week, and he has to respect that, right? He says that that they have to email each other because whenever he calls her phone, she doesn't answer. And also he wants to maintain documentation on how he has reached out to her when it comes to the kids, okay? Marcel says that at this point, he feel like they both use the kids as a pawn, okay? So there's that. I can't say that I disagree. I don't know how I feel in this moment. We're going to see, but there's that. Martell tells Marcel about the wine tasting and how he wants to do a guy's trip to Atlanta. Marcel is, of course, down, but he's saying it won't be a guy's trip how they've done it in the past when Miss A decided she was going to be there too, right? Well, of course not, because you're a single man now. So, of course, it's going to be different. But anyway, Martell asked Marcel about him coming back to Scoped, because I told you guys, as Marcel has also repeated, the company came about because of Martell, okay? So it's Scoped, for Scott and Holt. All right. It seems like Martell may have left the company or allowed them to buy in more interest in the company. So now it's like they own it. So now he wants to return and come back. Marceau says that he wants to speak with Tisha, and he thinks that it would be cool that they actually just did a test project, and they're going to do a test project on Destiny, because Destiny is actually trying to open up some suites. So they're going to do a test project for her. And Martell said he could help with that. It's going to be good. I don't know how much help he's going to give if he doesn't have a builder's license, but I'm sure he'll probably be able to do something, right? Maybe he'll be like a liaison or something between Destiny and Marceau them. But let's move on. Also, while we're talking about builder's license, we give Martell a lot of flack for him not having his. But I do wonder if Marceau has his, which he probably does. I don't know, but I definitely wonder if he does. I know Tisha has went on to get like more degrees. I feel like Tisha about got 2 masters, right? I think in real estate, and ain't no telling what else. So I wonder if he has his as well, or if the guys are relying on the women to go out and get these licenses. Just wondering, but y'all let me know. Kimmy and Maurice, she tells him about the issue with Kiki and Tisha and how she thinks that, no, Maurice says that he thinks that Kiki and Tisha need to have a conversation with Wanda. And it could get a little muddy because he feels like they're going to create a situation to make it seem like Miss Kimmy was at fault. I think they are, because again, Kimmy, you was the one that ran back, girl. You ran back and told Tisha what was really going on. So I can see Miss Wanda trying to put some fault off on you, and then Kiki gonna blame you for running back telling, and gonna sit up there and say that Tisha was on the phone with you at the same time. But in all honesty, y'all could moonwalk to the back up off my girl Kimmy high key, because this was a situation that you and Tisha created on your own. Tisha just happened to update somebody before the footage came out on TV. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Anyway, Destiny and Maurice. Y'all, this was a very interesting scene. Very interesting scene with Miss Destiny. Let me see what you guys were saying before we get to the next. Let me go back. Martell had the kids the week prior, and after he could have told Mel when he returned the kids, and he could have planned the event on his weekend. He could have, but that event, as I said last week, or whenever week that was, it was other vendors there. So I don't think it was a Martell event. I think that it was an event that he signed up to be a part of. I think that he definitely could have told her ahead of time, which I kind of feel like he did. Even though Mel says he didn't, I do feel like he about did reach out to her ahead of time. When he returned the kids, he don't give the kids to Mel. Mel they pick the kids up at school. So on Friday evenings, when it's his week, he picked the kids up and he get the kids, whatever. And then when it's her week, she picks them up on Friday, whatever. So they have actually no interaction aside from what happens in email. Which sucks for him. And I feel like if he would have did probably a better job with handling Mama Vanessa, she probably would have been okay with, relaying messages and stuff, But I guess not, So there's that. What else? If Kimmy hadn't told Tisha about the sleepover, she would have been called disloyal. Ooh, you're right. It was gonna figure out something. Yeah, it was gonna figure out something. Now that she did tell Tisha, she is being called messy. Ooh, ain't no way around it, huh? Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. They're gonna figure out a way to blame Miss Kimmy. Martell was wrong. To go from being with the kids every day to every other day is hard. Why would Mel forfeit the limited time she has to appease him? Well, that's true. She don't have to. And it's not every other day, it's every other week. I'm already tired of the book signing foolishness that he orchestrated to try to get sympathy. I don't think he orchestrated that. I think that Carlos and the production team orchestrated that. Number one, as I said, there were other vendors there, so he signed up for it, right? But the fact that I think Carlos them knew Mel was not bringing those kids there that day, I think they played up on that moment. They didn't have to add that into the show. They chose to add that into the show. In addition to adding that into the show, they used that sad music to go along with it. Like I said last week, to garner that sympathy for Martell. I do. That's what I think. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Not the pamphlet girl. I think it was easy to build without a license as long as his name was attached to mail. Marcel probably doesn't have one either. When have we ever known him to consult her? To consult who? To consult who? Martell needs to do his own book signing on his weekend, and maybe there will be more than 10 people there. I think he will be doing that moving forward. I do. I think he will be, as he said on last week when he talked to his manager. He gonna start orchestrating stuff on his weekend because, as Melnika even said, Mel just don't trust you right now. So that's just not gonna happen. What else? Why didn't the kids say anything about this book signing? It sounds like they didn't know. I don't know. We didn't get the kids' perspective about the book signing. We didn't get the perspective. Why hasn't he scheduled another book signing for the children? I mean, what's the holdup? Where's the advertisement? Good question. I don't know. Because I feel like he could do one at Barnes and Nobles or something. Do one at a local bookstore and just have the kids, come out or whatever like that. But that's if I guess you can only do it at Barnes and Nobles if your book is going to be sold in Barnes and Noble. So he could definitely schedule another one. Why that hasn't occurred? Not sure. Not sure. Exactly. He's never gave a damn about her thoughts before. They are trying to play it up like Tisha is a boss. Oh, that's what she was talking about. Okay. Gotcha. I don't know, Naturally Mark, if he promoted it on social media, because I know it was a time that he just went off social media for a long time. So I don't even know if he promoted it on there or not. I'm gonna say no, he did, because he went on there. I'm gonna say no, he didn't promote that thing. Marceau doesn't want to be the bad guy. Marceau is putting the decision on Tisha so he can look like the bad person. Oh, so she can look like the bad person. Oh, interesting. But I don't think that's gonna work for him because I feel like Tisha was very valid in her thoughts. Okay, and I did not disagree with what she had to say. But let's go ahead and get into Destiny and Maurice real quick. Destiny is going through a lot of financial issues. We saw her have a sit down with Tisha, and she talked about how she had to get on public assistance. Now, she also talked about her credit score dropping after the divorce. Now, with her going on this public assistance, she answered the question that I wanted to know because I also too thought that it was a PPP loan, right? I was wondering that. So when Maurice said, what public assistance, what you mean? Like, what you mean, like a PPP loan? She was like, no, like public assistance. So that clears it up. Miss Destiny was literally out here on public assistance, which is so terrible, right? It's not terrible that if she was able to get the help and still be able to open up her door, but it's terrible to know that she relocated, getting married, starting a family, having this idea of what she thinks her marriage and her family is going to be like, and it ends up being the complete opposite. So I did feel bad for her in that. What else? Maurice asked her about the store Madani. And she says that her store has been open, her store has been closed, open and closed, open and closed. And a lot of people actually talk like, I ain't gonna say they clowned her for it, but a lot of people talked about that to where she had to do a video, which I put on my channel a while back, and she just pretty much addressed it, saying that she needed employees, right? But also, I don't think she was being 100% transparent because now that we see the show, we see that it was really because of financial issues, and she said that she wasn't able to keep up with payroll and have consistent employees, okay, on top of being a mom, having to be there for her son. So I don't know how daycare went. That's something different. If she didn't have the money for daycare, she probably had to be a mom most of the time, at home, not most of the time, but being a stay-at-home mom with her kid because she probably couldn't afford to put him in daycare, or if that's what the public assistance was used for, to put him in daycare, right? Maurice tells her that she should consider using her business for alternative reasons, like an event space, if that's something she wants to do. So she is working on some stuff. That's why she was trying to get the salon suites, get some people in there. She also is trying to do a content creators room, and she's also doing a conference room or something. So she's trying to consider those things. But also, I think, Destiny Girl, you need to create, if you don't already have this, you need to create a website where you can ship this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? So even if Madani went away and it didn't have a storefront, or you had to make that storefront much, much smaller, Just sell your products online if need be. I'm sure people would still be able to order from you, and just make your location smaller, and maybe make it a pickup location. Like if you order something online and you want to come by and you want to pick it up, then cool, somebody will be there to just drop the stuff off. It don't have to always be a walk in, look around, let me pick what I want type thing, you know. There's that. What else? She talks about having to use her personal savings to maintain her business. Don't know how much this woman had in savings, but I'm sure that is a lot. Okay. And as much as people may have, you know, brought up the PPP and maybe have clowned her for that or whatever, that's what the PPP loan was for. Okay. For people that have legit businesses, not y'all scammers, girl, up here creating LLCs at the last minute, girl, out here trying to get the people's money. But anyway, for people that have legit businesses that are struggling during this time and need to maintain their business, that's what it was for. So she was able to get a coin from it. Do what you got to do. Right. Another thing, Destiny, when you were talking about this and you finally did it, but when you were talking about everything you were going through, being a mom and struggling, going through this divorce, being on public assistance, everything, I was like, Destiny, it is okay, baby. Cry. Like you are so human. It is okay if you're feeling it. Like Destiny puts on this persona so much that she feels she has to hold back, and she feels that she has to show the tough Destiny all the time. And I feel like sometimes that's why she doesn't get a lot of sympathy from a lot of people, because she's trying to put out this tough exterior. Like, I got it. I'm good. I'm this, I'm that. And it's okay to not always be that. Like those are the ebbs and flows of life. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going to have your high moments. You're going to have your low moments. You're going to this, you're going to that. You know, so if you feel like you want to, you know what I'm saying, cry, girl, let them fall. Okay? Raindrop, la 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 la, it fall on. Girl, if you gotta cry. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so Maurice brings up Mel, right? And Destiny says, first of all, I was kind of like, you see her having a little sentimental moment. I ain't like the segue into bringing up Mel. But anyway, Destiny says Tisha was more of the problem, right? So when it came down to her friendship with Mel, she hasn't really talked to Mel. She says that she learned that Tisha was an enemy to Mel, but Mel never told her that. And she wished that if this person was so much of your enemy, I wish you would have told me that. Then that way I would have never gotten closer to her. Right? Because if she your enemy, then I'm not going to be rocking with, because I value you more than I value this person I don't know. Right? So then Mel has, what else? She said that Mel has always promoted the friendship for the most part. Like, girl, I mean, if you want to be friends with her, girl, I'm not, who am I? I'm not going to hold you back. Girl, go be her friend, girl, go do that. You know, only for her to find out that Mel decides that she's going to take it back and learn that, you know, Tisha is indeed her enemy. Now, Destiny said that she said, had she known that Tisha was the enemy, she would have never gotten cool with her. Destiny speaks on going through something like a really tough time lately and how she wished she was able to call Mel, but she couldn't. She ended up calling Tisha. Tisha was there for her. So I guess Tisha is opting in to be the village that Destiny feels she needs. All right. It was something I was going to say about that, Destiny and Mel. I don't know. Let me see what you guys are saying. Jamie, she can't cry because it's not real. She had on some Chanel earrings when she was talking to Mel, and Gucci purse. This woman isn't real. It's a gimmick. Y'all followers at times can be extremely exhausting. I'm stuck on the Chanel earrings, ma'am. I'm not even the Chanel. Now, if you don't like Destiny, that's fine, girl. But why she can't wear her Chanel if she already bought the Chanel a long time ago? Why she gotta be a gimmick because she got her Gucci purse? BITCH. Understand? If I got Gucci, Louis, Prada, shout out to Carly Red, I'm gonna wear my Gucci, Louis, Prada. Girl, I paid for it. I'm gonna get my wear out of this now. Now you wrong, Thomas. I'm pawning it. I'm not pawning my stuff. I am not pawning my. Do you hear me? I am going to rock my stuff, and I'm also gonna rock these tears. Hear me, because it's a reminder. At one point, I was high, and now I'm not as high as I was. Okay. Girl, Destiny is a lie. She knew the dynamics of Tisha and Mel. Now that That right there, I do believe. I do believe that. I do believe that. Right. That's what I'm saying. And I love y'all. I love y'all to death, but sometimes y'all don't be rational. Y'all see people that y'all don't like and y'all just like zone in on that. You know what I'm saying? Like anything they say or do, no, it's a lie and they should have did this. And it's like y'all critique them down to the ground, even with Martell. You know what I'm saying? And I don't approve of any of Martell's actions, but y'all critique him down to the ground, girl. I'm just like, ooh, y'all a mess out here in these streets, honey. I also think Destiny was too embarrassed to talk about a marriage that lasted less than a year. Also, Destiny deep down knew she shouldn't have married him, but didn't listen to that voice. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I didn't think of that. So Destiny admitted that Mel didn't have a problem with her being friends with Tisha. The problem is when they teamed up to talk about her. And that's, excuse me, that's my thing, Tay. I feel like, I do think Destiny knew the dynamic, girl. I think she knew. I think she knew what's up. But was still encouraged, even with that dynamic, that Mel was like, yeah, you can get to know her like it's cool. Because I think when Mel said it, they probably were at a better place. But when I hear you talking about me to this BIT, that definitely changes the scope, especially when you sat on the stage and you listened to this girl try to say I tried to ruin her marriage. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, girl, yeah. What else? Yeah, Destiny ended up crying. I appreciated her showing her human side. Okay, you hurt too, regardless. Okay, you go through your stuff too, right? So there's that with Destiny and Mel so far. So, or Destiny and Maurice. Let's get to Marceau and Tisha, because Marceau decided he was going to make Tisha some coffee, and I was like, Tisha don't need that coffee. Give me that coffee. If y'all gonna be making a line for black coffee, let me know. Okay, let me know, because I ain't gonna lie. When he brought that coffee, I was like, "Well, that coffee look good," and I like the glass that it's in, or whatever the little cup is in. Girl, I'm like, let me know, Marceau. I may not do the chocolate wine, but if y'all got a little bit of that black coffee, call me, send me some. Let me get a little bit for the free. Okay, but let's move on. So Tisha says that she wants her mom to come and shadow him, because y'all know she about to start this food truck. She wants her to learn about business and things. Okay. Marceau says that he said it's a lot to ask because he don't want to be bothered with her. He don't want to be held responsible. But Tisha is like, well, listen, that's a part of the investment. And do y'all know that man shut up? I was like, all right, we see what Marceau doing. I don't know. Somebody called it. Somebody said Marceau won't I don't know which one of y'all said it. Y'all said something like he never listened to her before, but now he's trying to listen to her. But of course, I feel like it's twofold. One, he probably does want her to be the bad person, but also he wants it to come off like he feels like she has a voice and he values it. Okay. Marceau tells her about Martell wanting to come back into the business. Tisha says Martell is a good businessman from the times that he was. However, the way that he has like came at them in their marriage and stuff before, she don't know if she could trust him. Okay. She says she isn't over him taking shots at their marriage. Tisha says, although he apologized and says that he was persuaded by somebody else. I said persuaded. He said he was persuaded. Persuaded by who? Who persuaded him to say what he said? Now, Martell, you know that was all you. Don't be trying to pull somebody else in your SHI like you like to do. That was on you, baby. She says she thinks he still has that in him to be ruthless. And I think she's right. Okay? I think she's right. So when Marceau suggested that he help out with Destiny, she's like, that's cool and that's cute. But if you think that he's going to buy back into the company right now, no, sir, we're not going to do that. Okay, that's what we're not gonna do. And I agree with Tisha. Like, I mean, we could try some things to help Martell out a little bit because he helped us out when we was down and out, which is how we got the company to begin with. But if you think I'm gonna let him come back in full throttle, nah. Okay, I can't do that. Okay. I said what I said. To big up Mel is not to put down Destiny. That's coming from a person that doesn't care for either, quite honestly. Oh, well. There's that. Okay. Honestly, I do believe that Destiny may be presenting herself as more than what she really was. So now the fall don't make sense. I feel like the fall makes sense to me because I don't think she presented herself as anything more because she didn't give us nothing to go off on, to be honest with you, but that's just me. Right. I feel like the fall makes sense after the divorce because we're already seeing how it's happening for Martell after his divorce and how he ain't really got SHI. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is we know the reason why Martell got the divorce. But with Destiny, she's struggling about the same as Martell, but we don't know the ins and outs of what really happened in her marriage. So I feel like people weigh and judge those differently. Martell is lazy, and don't want to do things for himself with his reputation. I wouldn't want his name associated with my business. Okay, cool. I've had two businesses in my lifetime, got hurt during both. And I'm telling you, it's not easy to go on a job and family services when you're a business owner, have property and stocks and bonds. I believe that. I believe that 100%. I believe that he said what? He said everything he said was made up by Melody Cherie Holt with his lying R's. No, he didn't say that. Girl, that is some message there. I don't believe that. I don't believe that lady Bitmo told him none of that SHI. I think all the stuff she did say, she got it from him. Now he wrong for that. Lying on them kids, mama like that. I don't believe that. A liar. I don't believe it. All right, y'all. So were Destiny and Martell friends before LeBerick, or did she meet Martell through LeBerick? That's a good question. I'm not sure. I think so. I think Martell and LeBerick, because I feel like she said this in an interview somewhere or something. I think Martell and LeBerick knew each other since they were like kids, like toddlers. So he and LeBerick were friends first. And I think along the years, I think that's when she met Martell through LeBerick. Because she said this in an interview somewhere, and I think I about put it on my page actually. So I think she met him through her ex-husband, and they've been friends since God knows how long. Okay. I just wish Martell would rebrand himself, and they all need to stop trying to make Mel look bad and worry about themselves. I think he is in the process of rebranding, but I still feel like he may have a lot to learn during this rebranding phase, and truly allow her to do whatever it is she over there doing, and she's doing what she's doing without worrying about what he got going on. So yeah, that's what I think he needs to do. Not Pillsbury Doughboy Maurice talking SHI about Melody to Destiny. Is anybody going to speak on that? Because it's going to come. It was very subtle how he did it. It was very subtle. He just told her to focus on the people that, are around her during her time of need. And it asked whether or not she felt like Tisha was there. And then also asked, what else did he ask her? Based on what you know about Tisha now, would you continue to be her friend? Who was there for you? Girl, he going to have Marsto and Tisha back, period. When Melody getting Maurice ass and her and Kenny fall out because of it, remember, it's nobody's fault. BIT made Maurice. Ooh, oh, you mean Kimmy. Ooh, that's gonna be messy, girl. That's gonna be messy. I hope that don't happen. That's gonna be messy. All right, so where else are we? Tisha not on board with Marceau selling the company or piece of the company back to Martell. Okay, Martell could be a consultant for the company. Absolutely, you could be a consultant, but you won't be, nah, we ain't gonna do that. But anyway, so Melody and Destiny had to sit down. Destiny tells her that she heard from mutual friends that things are off. Mel says that she doesn't bring up Destiny unless they ask her about Destiny, and even then they get vague answers. I don't know, Mel. I don't know. Okay. I can't 100% say that's true because you talked about the situation to Destiny. I'm sorry, to Kimmy, and you talked about the situation to Stormy. So I can't say that you've given vague answers. So I can't say I agree with that. Destiny says people are stopping doing business with her because of the issues between she and Mel. And she says that there was a friend that Mel had that she and that friend was supposed to be working on a project together. The friend said, hey, I don't know what's really going on between you and Mel, but whatever it is, I want to put it on pause for now. When I hear that, it made me wonder, was she talking about Stormy? Is that going to be the reason why we see Stormy and Destiny getting into it later on this season? What friend was that? So Mel says the person asked her about the situation, but she says that the thing she has posted wasn't about Destiny. So the picture that Mel posted on her page said, a friend of my enemy is my enemy or something like that. She put on her page. An enemy of my friend is my enemy or something like that. She put up there. So Mel says that it wasn't about Destiny at all. She says that it was about how she was feeling. Now, when I hear this, in all honesty, when I hear this, it's like, duh, a lot of us do post things about how we feeling. Like, that's just how we feeling, right? I mean, yeah, we post, you know what I'm saying? Duh, of course you're going to post what you're feeling. However, I do see where Mel was coming from because I've posted things that ain't got to do with me and ain't got to do with my relationship or nothing. And I just posted. And I've had a friend be a hit dog that was hollering and assumed that the post was about them. And it's like, out of all of the people I interact with in life, okay, especially during this time, why would you assume that's about you? So either you're self-centered or you got your own issue with me and you assuming that what I'm talking about is about you. And I didn't even think about you, to be honest. You know, so I do see where Mel was coming from. Even though some part of me kind of wonder, I do kind of think it could have been about Destiny. Okay, I do. But that's just what I'm thinking. Right? Melody, what else? Melody doesn't want that to be put off on her. Oh, yeah, as far as like Destiny's business, by saying that her business was affected based on the dynamics of their friendship. Mel's like, girl, you're not gonna put that SHI on me, girl. Like, girl, let's not say that because of the friendship that you and I got going on or the sketchiness we got going on that it's affecting your business, girl. No, and I feel like Mel wanted to say, girl, your business been like that long before I fell out with you, girl. So don't put that on me. Okay. What else? Mel also, and I thought this was really interesting. Mel says, I find it so funny that I allow you to take a break, do whatever it is you want to do, come back without question. It ain't an issue. But as soon as I do that, when I do that, now it's a problem. It was something about that. It was something I felt her on that SHI. I did. And it kind of makes me wonder if Destiny has played a role where she's tried to keep up with Mel or something. Hence the reason why when you went through whatever you went through, you didn't want to share that with her. But then you want to come back, get a whole divorce and all this and that. Then you want to have a conversation to tell me about it. I could have been there for you in that moment. But then when I want to reserve and take some time to myself and, you know, just kick back and chill, then now it's a problem for you. What's this? What's that? You need access to me at all times. I told y'all last season, I felt like it's because when Destiny came to Mel at that party and told her, I need a village X, Y, and Z. Now, here's the thing. I also feel like this. Mel cannot be a part of the village to you if you ain't really opening up and sharing and telling her what the hell, like what you need. You know what I'm saying? But you want her to be a village. But I also felt like you see what Mel is elevating to, and you want to be attached to that. You don't, you know what I'm saying? That's what I think a lot of times people get like that sometimes in friendships when they see that friend. Life may not be going so great for them. But when they see another friend elevating, you know what I'm saying? They want to make sure they're not left behind and they want to hold on to what that person got going on. But anyway, I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure y'all gonna let me know anyway. Because that's just how y'all is. Okay. At the video party, Destiny showed her arse. Destiny wrote a post about mimosas with friends. When? Destiny didn't tell Mel she was divorced till a month later. Correct. Finalized divorce. Hear me. Finalized divorce. I felt Mel on that because give me what you want me to give you. And not that, you know, Mel had an issue with her doing that, you know what I'm saying? Because it is kind of like, you know, yeah, like sometimes people have to deal with things on their own, and sometimes they don't want to talk to nobody. Destiny probably didn't even talk to her own family. So it probably wasn't that she was keeping it from Mel. Could have been that she just wasn't talking to anybody because she was trying to go through that in that moment, which is fine. And I'm sure that was fine with Mel, but it's like, but when it's my turn, don't try and make it seem as though I have an issue directly with you, when that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going through my own motions as well. I'm gonna come back around. I'm gonna get back around. I just need, let me get me. But it sucks that in the time span of me giving me, I find out that you're talking about me to somebody else. Then hey, maybe during my time of needing clarity and working on things with myself, this was actually revealed to me in this moment, which makes me feel like I'm okay with not being friends with you going forward. I'm cool. I'm good. Right? So yeah, she blaming Mel for her business failing, but clearly Mel was putting her on because the friend was going to work with Destiny. That, and I mean, they got him on the show. They got him on the show. They got him on the show, y'all. I ain't saying people should be indebted to Mel and Martell forever, but I just be like, they got you on the show, baby. I saw Marcel do a post about that. Like, yeah, they helped us get on the show, but we're the reasons. You know, the show is doing so great. And yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was going to do great regardless of who Carlos got up here. You know, but don't forget that. Okay. And you know, you got a double whammy, Marcel, because not only did he give you Love and Marriage Huntsville, he also gave you a Scoped. Remember that too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, said same thing Mel tried to explain to Tisha in season 1. She needs space. Now Destiny does it sound familiar. You got a point. You got a point. You got a point. And you know what? When I think of that first season, it was Tisha admiring Mel so much, right? Seeing how Martell allowed Mel, or however the dynamics of their marriage was. He supported her in the different things that she wanted to do, whereas Marcel wasn't really doing that. And I think with Mel securing this spot for this show and, you know, bringing them along, I feel like that could have been the same thing with Tisha. Don't go nowhere. Hang on. I'm trying to be, no. You go, don't go too far. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Same dynamic to me. Mel had her video premiere at Stormy's house, and maybe Stormy saw how she was interacting with Mel and decided to drop her business dealing with Destiny. Just a thought. I ain't think about that. I ain't think about that. Okay, what else happened? What else happened between these ladies? Let me see. Yeah, Melody, we talked about that. So Mel calls out Destiny for lying about not talking to her once they wrap. Because remember, Destiny got up there at the reunion and she was like, oh, I haven't talked to Mel and all this other stuff. We haven't talked. I'm confused. I don't know where the friendship is. And Mel was like, no, we have talked. Okay. So Mel started to run the text messages, right? So when Mel ran the text messages, I personally felt like both of the ladies had a point, and there was clearly a misunderstanding. Mel showing these text messages to Mel is like, girl, we are talking. Like, I'm still cool with you. I'm interacting with you. Like, I'm at least texting you. But Destiny is used to being able to pull Mel up on the phone and hitting Mel up and talk to Mel. See, that's what Destiny was talking about. But how Mel was saying it, Mel was like, I mean, well, we're still cool. I'm interacting with you. I didn't cut off all communication with you. But Destiny wanted the communication they used to have. See, Mel limited Destiny from phone calls to text messages. So that's how Mel started to handle her. I don't know if it was personal or not, but I saw where both of the ladies were coming from. Mel was like, don't get up there and say that you ain't talking to me and that you're confused, but I still was interacting with you. But then Destiny, if I'm a friend and I'm used to getting my friend on the phone, and I notice every time I hit her up, she ain't answering the phone, but she decides she want to text me. After a while, I'm probably going to be like, okay, I'm going to go with it, but I'm probably going to be like, dang, like, did I do something? Like, you see what I'm saying? So Destiny is thinking like, we not talking how we used to. So did I do something? So I'm confused. Like, if I did something, just let me know. Right? So that's where they are. And that's when Mel tried to explain, like, after I film, I cut everybody off. Okay. That's not like, I don't want to be around nobody, but Mel was still trying to keep that line of communication open with her. Like, I don't want to talk to nobody because I damn sure don't want to talk about the show. That's another reason too that Destiny may not know why Mel did that, because Mel also probably don't want to get on the phone with nobody. I know I've done that. If I know conversations are about certain shits that I don't want to always talk about, I'm probably just gonna respond with text like, yo, what's up? What you got? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes like what you talking about ain't on the same shit. I don't give a fuck about this stuff you talking about. I understand. I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Mel was on it. Like, I don't want to talk about the show. I just spent all this time filming it. If we're not going to talk about nothing else, I don't want to talk about it. Right? So, girl, I mean, I saw where both of them was coming from, girl. I could see where it could be like a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, a little issue there, girl. What else? Destiny says today, she said, what I was saying was we haven't talked. Okay? And then Mel was reading the text messages, and Destiny, she was telling Destiny not to be rude because Destiny was making faces. And Destiny was like, but girl, I'm grown. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. I don't play like that. Don't play like that. Don't play with me like that, girl. Okay, so Mel says that Destiny told a falsehood. She said, girl, you sat up there and told a falsehood. She said, and I'll let you run with that narrative. Girl, I can't. I think y'all both had a point. Y'all just was not hearing each other out, girl. All right. Mel says she never sways people from hanging with no one that they want to hang with, because Destiny is like, if you knew she was your enemy, why would you sit up here and advocate for us to be cool? Right? Mel's like, but I'm not gonna sway you one way or the other. You're gonna do what you want to do. I'm gonna let you hang with who you want to hang with. Destiny says that she should have no, we talked about that. So Mel says anyone aligned being an ally to my ops is not a village for her. Well, and the ally that she was referring to, or the op she was referring to, was Martell. And I personally feel like I agree with Destiny when Destiny said, that's not fair. If I'm cool with, if me and LeBaric, right, are getting a divorce, or we've gotten a divorce, it's not cool for me to go around and tell him who all he can't be friends with, right? Mel says, and I understood where Mel was coming from too. Mel says that LeBaric can't hit my phone up and have a conversation with me about you. But see, here's the thing. This is where it goes wrong. I see nothing wrong with Destiny or anybody being friends with Martell if that's what they want to do. The issue becomes when you discuss Melody with Martell. If you're going to be friends with this, and that's the reason why she not effing with her now over Tisha. If you're going to be with friends with Tisha, fine. Be friends with who you want to be with. I'm not holding you back. Same thing with Martell, even though she didn't really say that at the time, but I feel like that's what you meant. But when it comes to me, do not allow conversations about me to continue, period. Because I'm not there to defend myself, and high key, I don't give a fuck about it. So don't bring me up. So I do feel like if you want her to just not be cool with him at all, I don't think it's fair when she was friends with him first. However, just make sure you limit conversations. Like, all right, Martell, I'm not talking about that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. You could say that over somebody else, because if the word get back around, I don't need nobody misconstruing anything that I may have said about this person over here that I'm friends with, that I care about. So we could be cool. I could chat with you on the surface, but if it's going to be like that, that's dead. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And we already know, unfortunately for Destiny, she'll do that because she's already done it, right? When she went to go and see Martell at the photo shoot, she brought that up. And I'm like, bro, you brought that up was pointless. Pointless, honestly, because you brought it up to Martell, and Martell said, well, I just want you to know that you're her enemy too. So guess what? Martell really gave you nothing. He gave you nothing. But guess what he can do? He can go back and twist up your words and say, well, yeah, I talked to Destiny, and Destiny said this, and Destiny said that, and Destiny said this. But had you limit that conversation and not even brought it up, because he didn't really know what was going on, then it wouldn't even be an issue. So, girl, you gotta be careful with that. Gotta be careful. But anyway, let's keep going. What else we got? Destiny says, so you was my roommate, or at least you were right next door to me. So if you were right next door to me the whole time, then that means that you had to have heard my auntie the night before being all loud. So you didn't hear that? Mel said, no, I didn't hear that at all. No, I didn't hear that. And then Destiny said, so you didn't hear my aunt telling me that I need to be careful and be mindful of the friendship that I have with you, but the whole time I was up there defending you, so you didn't hear that? And Mel said, no, I didn't. I didn't know. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that at all. No, I didn't hear that. I don't know if Mel heard it or not, girl. I don't know. Maybe she went in the room. Maybe she was, child. But she definitely heard what was being said against Tisha. All right? So, yikes. And then my comeback for me probably would have been, no, I did not hear that you were up there talking to your aunt and you were defending me. And if that's the case, why didn't you use that same energy when you were talking to Destiny I'm talking to Tisha to defend me then? Why didn't you do that? Or why didn't you round up that conversation? See, the fact that you felt so comfortable to have this conversation with somebody about me at that time lets me know that y'all often have these conversations about me. And I no longer want to be a topic of conversation. So let me make sure I remove myself from it. So there's that. What else? Mel talks about how she looked at Destiny as a sister. Destiny was like, oh, you did? She was like, yes, girl, I did. Okay. Destiny calls Mel condescending. And Mel said, girl, you're not going to put that on me. She said, I'm putting it on you today. Well, you're not going to put that on me. Yes, I am. Mel said, okay, we're going to do that. Then you're aggressive. You're aggressive. I said, oh, wow. Mel gets up, done with the conversation, walks off. Says she tired of having these type of conversations with people. She says, honey, I got money to make and not friends to fake. So what else is going on? What else is happening? Because I'm no longer going to be here for it. I'm not going to continue to be people's storylines. I was like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. And Destiny, let me tell you something else. I kind of feel very bad for you, especially when you talk about your financial things. It's a few things, right? So and this is not to be funny at all, but if you already have financial issues and you're continuing to have financial issues, I'm not going to pour no money into nobody else's fucking business just to say that I'm supporting them when I can put that money in my child's mouth or in his account. Mel, as great as people may think she is, Mel, as not great as people may think she is, you ain't got to prove your friendship to no fucking body. So I be damned if me and a friend have fell out and I'm finna pour money into what they got going on, finna go over here and buy these products just to show that I'm loyal, knowing the whole time the person don't do about you. And then want to disguise it behind saying, oh, Black businesses, we support each other. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, ma'am. Not like that. No, we don't. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's too many other Black-owned businesses. Okay? Because I feel sorry for you because I do feel like you look foolish. I really do. I think that you look very foolish supporting somebody that told you what it is, what it was, what it's going to be, what's up, not say with me. I'm not with you. Right? Especially if you just had this whole episode crying about, being low on funds and trying to get your credit up. Girl, I would have put that extra $50, $100 on a bill before I sit up here and invest in a bitch that ain't with me. When I probably felt like I know I was being a good friend. Yeah, I may have had a slip up or whatever the case like that. You know what I'm saying? Or at least I've done something that they didn't like, but I'm not finna sit up here and pour into, you know what I'm saying? So you might want to scale back on that, dear heart. And you need to ride for Destiny. Because one thing about Miss Mel gonna ride for Mel all day long. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. I just need you to get in your bag and ride for you. Because it ain't no fucking way. I'm just not finna do. I don't give a about none of that. Girl, you ain't finna get a coin from me. I hope you do well, though. I wish you well. I wish you love, joy, and happiness. But above all this, I wish you, okay? Good luck is what I wish your ass, because you won't be getting a coin from me. I'm just being honest with you. She's a mom struggling after a divorce, but crying about a friendship. Well, some people are really sensitive about that, She was fighting back her tears, right? I get it, though, Ashanti, because it is like, girl, what was the tears at with the divorce? That you'll be crying about a friendship. I get it. Maybe that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Jessica, for the super chat. If Mel is such a bad friend, why Destiny, Tisha, Martell all trying to be in her face and use her connections? It's something about her. It's something about her. Wouldn't you be happy that y'all no longer friends? Ooh. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. I feel like people use that to make themselves feel better after the fact, right? Once it's all said and done, then they sit back. You know how you sit back and you start to reflect? And then they just come up with, oh, she wasn't a good friend here. She wasn't a good friend there. She wasn't this or that. I guess that's some things that made them feel better when they no longer can be attached to her in that on that level anymore or in that manner. Excuse me. So how is Destiny doing these sweets if she is on hard times and credit is not the best? Well, I do believe indeed she about got a PPP, and that's public information. But also she said she had savings. I mean, maybe she got a good amount of money when she left LeBerick or something. Unless he's probably helping out just a tad on some things. I'm not sure. That's a beautiful question. But she did say she using her personal savings to, take care of that. Then Destiny gonna run her mouth again this episode. Destiny fake supports Mel, then shades her and like negative posts about Mel. Bye, Destiny. I see you. Ooh, not liking negative posts. Girl, not buying no products, and then you sit over here shading and liking negative posts. That defeats the purpose. Girl, and not one time did I see Mel take a screenshot and repost and shout her out and say thanks for supporting. Girl, it ain't a girl. Wouldn't be me. Destiny asked Stormy to be a sponsor, but not Melody for her event last season. I think when they were sitting around the table, right? Wasn't that an issue or something? No, I'm thinking about Tisha. I'm thinking about Tisha and Kimmy. If not filming with Mel, while have her name in their mouth, this might be Mel's way of learning. Okay. I love this new Melody. She is not, She is not having none of she's not having none of the mess this season. Girl, the way she pulled out them text messages, I was like, oh my God. Oh, but she's like, girl, I'm not gonna fake text messages now. Like, that's the one thing you're not gonna do, girl. I'm not gonna fake no text messages on you, honey. That's what I'm not going to do. But I am gonna tell you what it is. I just think they had like a misunderstanding, a lack of consideration, because Mel was right. I gave you time, but now when it's time for me to have time, it's a problem. And it just so happens in the midst of me having time to myself and gaining whatever clarity, as I'm also going through a divorce, dealing with this damn show, having to deal with this custody battle and stuff, I find out that a person that I consider to be a friend, is over here talking about me with the woman that I'm so up and down with. That's not, sucks, it sucks. And then let me tell y'all another thing that's crazy to me. Seeing how they had this sit down and Mel pretty much snapped out on this girl and vice versa, or whatever, sitting at this table and understanding that they're not cool when this is all said and done. I'm not understanding why Destiny went forward to purchase Mel's products even after that, when Mel don't rock with you like that. You weren't even invited to her event that she had for 7th Avenue. Like, it's just so many things. Like, some part of me want to believe and think that because she did that, like, maybe Destiny does have a good heart. Like, even though she shows us like a tough woman and all this stuff, like, she probably got a good heart. Like, she's still out here trying to, be friends, want to leave that door open to, still be friends with her. Like, I don't know. It's still giving foolishness to me. I mean, or maybe she's doing it so she could say at a later time, like, I supported you even when we wasn't rocking. I supported you, girl. I ain't got to remind her of nothing, baby. It's fine. Something ain't making sense about Destiny's situation with her ex. I also think she may be trying to live beyond her means. I think she could be living a bit beyond her means, because when she stated that, I didn't want to shake up my son's world by moving him pretty much out of that home. See, that home that she was in was a home for her and her husband. So if he decides to leave, then yes, the bills fall on her. So it's like she is kind of living maybe out of her means. I feel like there's nothing wrong with switching up, because law isn't going to fully remember that. It's okay with you downsizing in a home, and if y'all purchase the home, putting that mug up for sale, that way you can get some money and dig yourself out of this debt that you're already in, but I could see that, not because, so at first I wanted to say I could see her living beyond her means, not by choice, but then because, of the divorce, and that's probably what was left to her. But at the same time, I'm thinking like, nah, it would be by choice, because she said she didn't want to shake up her son's world, right? I'm like, his world is already shaken up, ma'am. It's no shade at all. But his parents are no longer together. So now he has to flip-flop between the both of you guys as to who gets him at this time and who gets him then. So the time that his dad has him, you can relocate. Not relocate, but you'll still be in Huntsville, I'm sure. But you can move. So you downsize to a smaller home. You just want to be there for whatever reason. I mean, you know, but if that's what you want to do, I just hope that it's not a keeping up with the Joneses type situation. Because, girl, listen, me and my Chanel earrings and Gucci bag and Prada or whatever will be over at a smaller location. Understand me? Thank you so much, Miss Keto, for the super chat. Jamie out here preaching this fine Easter Sunday. Well, thank you, honey. Thank you so much for the super chats. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. How you got savings, but on financial assistance, they ask for everything when you apply for now, girl, you know they not paid the rent. Girl, you know people ain't gonna give you everything because they can't get a little nothing. Girl, you know they not. Girl, I know the people in GA be scamming. Girl, not the way they be having stuff set up, girl. They want you to be down to the ground. They want you to damn near be homeless in order to get anything over here in Georgia. Okay, so she probably ain't report everything. Okay, she gave them enough for them to know. Okay, that she out here struggling. Okay, she act like he's going to tell her he wants to go back to the big house. Damn. And he's not going to say that. He just want to be with his mommy. So why would Destiny's aunt tell her to watch out for Mel if she wasn't talking about her? Well, I will say this. It could be, now granted, it could be that they were talking about her, but it also could be how she's seeing her on the show. Like a lot of people watch the show and they get a perception of a lot of the different cast members, and then they zone in on who they fully going to support versus who they're fully not going to support. And maybe that could be a situation with the aunt, or it could be, as you stated right now, that she was talking about the lady. That proves that she was trashing Mel to Big Tongue Tisha, not Big Tongue. Girl, Destiny acted like she didn't know Mel and Tisha had a contentious relationship. I don't know how she did that, because that's clear as day. Clear as day. And I feel like if it wasn't clear as day before, it was clear as day on that stage. And what happened took place after they left that stage and got in that room. So she knew. I truly believe she knew. I truly believe she knew. Destiny purchased Mel's products for market research. Ooh, isn't she launching or has launched a skincare line as well? I think hers is more so hair. I think that's why I think that she was probably working on something with Stormy, because y'all know Stormy has her products in Target, Canvas Beauty hair or Canvas, something like that. So I don't think it was skin. I don't think. But it could have been a mixture of both. Maybe it was like a beauty line, Madani Beauty or something. Maybe it was something with hair and skin. So I don't know, girl. It could have been market research. Oh wow. Well, Destiny needs to sell her house to get a small condo and keep it pushing. Okay, close the business and sell from home like Mel. Close that brick and mortar, girl. I mean, I think she should keep it open. Like the area that she has for like the beauty supply, like I would shut that down, right? And I would actually, or at least she can make it much smaller, right? And build out more salons, more multi-space units there, right? So you don't have to just do hair to work in here. If you need a co-working space, you can come in here for like entrepreneurs or something. You want to come in, reserve your spot, whatever, whoop de whoop. Yeah, you could come here. And then she could just build out a small space for people that may order online and want to come and pick up. You know what I'm saying? She just got to get more strategic with that. She need to start making more notes as she ride around in Huntsville and seeing what other people got, or as she travels, seeing what they're doing in other areas, girl. Listen, that thing would be called Madani Salons. All right. Or Madani Salon is sweets, something like that. Because the sweets don't necessarily have to be hair stuff, right? You probably could have like a whole nother office there where you do other things. So, you know what I'm saying? What else? Do you think Mel would have let Destiny and Law stay with her and the kids if she knew Destiny was down bad? I do believe that. I think she would have. If she knew she was down bad, I feel like Mel would have let her stay. She probably would not have let her stay long, but I think that she would have allowed her to feel comfortable for maybe a quarter. Maybe a quarter. I do believe that. At his age, he's not going to remember none of that. He also will be used to being in separate households because he's never seen his parents together. Right. So she's gonna have to be okay with releasing some things. And you gotta let go of some stuff, and then so bigger things can come into place. Tisha mentioned in the convo with buzzard hips. God damn it. She wasn't cool with doing business with Martell because he was trying to ruin her marriage. Girl, nobody cares about your marriage. Oh my. It's buzzard hips for me. Girl, is that Barstow new name? Y'all are messy. Thank you so much, Jessica, for the super chat. Destiny didn't want to talk about her business, so she made up a fake beef with Mel. We want to know why your man left you 3 weeks postpartum, not the BS with Mel. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Jessica, for the super chat. I mean, that is still a question. People are wondering, like, what caused the breakup at 3 months, 3 weeks? And what happened? She's not willing to go into detail. I don't know. We, the viewing public, knew from season 1 that Mel and Tisha don't really rock with each other. Just who does she think she fooling? I mean, that's true. Yeah, I think she knew. She knew. Off topic, but I think everyone loves Mel so much they don't want to see the BS. Now, how has Mel on Destiny about what? Now, how was Mel on Destiny about Tiffany with a valid reason, but okay with Stormy going in on Tiffany and says nothing? Ooh. I don't know. Oh my. Well, Mel should not have gone back to Tisha's cousin and divulged information to cause problems between family. Mel is a snake. You all biased because you like her. Okay. Well, I'm doing my best, the dear heart, to call a thing on both ends. But if that's your personal opinion, you're entitled to that. Simple as that. And at the end of the day, regardless of whatever Melody told Kiki, Kiki actively participated in that conversation. Okay? So there's that. Kiki should have been mindful, right? Not Mel and Martell are the same person. Oh, wow. Well, a lot of people feel that way. I don't like how Destiny said Mel was a master manipulator. So that means they all are easily persuaded. Oh, she did call her a master manipulator, didn't she? Well, there's that. So that's how she feels, child. Y'all is coming up in the comments. What? Not y'all windmilling and calling us D-riders. Wouldn't that apply to the male hate train too? Ooh, help. Nobody is biased. We know Mel has messed with her. We're just stating everybody on this cast is dirty. It's always biased when they don't agree with your opinion, girl, and it will forever be. It will forever be. What else? Kiki definitely was wrong and still holding a grudge from 5 years ago. Y'all dislike Mel so much that y'all can't see what others do too. It goes both ways. Well, I'm on no train. I'm watching from the sidelines and giving my 2 cents. Mel was friendly with Tisha last season, and Destiny was surprised. Oh, wow. I like Mel. She still can be an a-hole. Not the poor friend, bad with money, latching on to the rich friends, calling Mel a master manipulator. Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. You guys are cutting up. Aren't they on Easter Sunday? Girl, they're cutting up. Everybody's messy. Everybody missed on the cast. Everybody missed it on the cast. Okay? All right, y'all. This is great. Thank you all so much for joining, okay, on this Easter Sunday. I appreciate all of you guys for coming in, chit-chatting with me, sharing your thoughts, okay? Regardless of what side your thoughts fell on, you know, we appreciate you guys interacting and coming here. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button if you have yet to do so. Also, go ahead and hit that like button as well, okay? Be sure to share my videos with your people on Twitter, all of that other great stuff, okay? That's all that I have for you guys today, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.